an auspicious entity of our union, the APRM Continental Secretariat, it is a singular privilege and a heavy responsibility that I have not taken for granted. I'm delighted to report to Your Excellencies that in the last 8 months and 11 days since I assumed duty, we have strengthened, positioned the APRM to deliver on its mandate with impact and tangible results. Despite financial constraints, the APRM has realized unprecedented achievements, which include the following, to mention but a few. The organization of this first physical APRM summit in 5 years, which will ensure that the forum actively peer reviews country review reports. The successful development of the Africa Governance Report for 2025, focusing on mineral resources governance. The successful development of the third APRM strategic plan, which is aligned with the AU second 10-year implementation plan of Agenda 2063, ensuring that e-governance becomes the sixth good governance thematic area of the APRM review process, the finalization of the APRM impact on the assessment on the effectiveness or lack thereof of the APRM processes in shaping governance and development across the continent, support the Republic of Gabon in its political transition to democracy and constitutional order, development of the necessary mechanisms towards the operationalization of the African Credit Rating Agency, finalization of the legal instruments operationalizing the APRM governance support, which will finance accelerators in APRM participating states, finalization of the enhanced criteria for selection and appointment members of the APR panel of eminent persons, and last but not least, mobilization of millions of dollars from our member states and direct financial contribution to the APRM and also from our partners. I'm confident that with Your Excellencies, heads of state and government, sustained support and guidance, the APRM can be better positioned to be an effective tool for transformation and socio-economic development of our continent. Your Excellencies, as we navigate the challenges of our time, we must recognize the critical role that good governance plays in preventing conflicts across our beloved continent. Good governance is not merely an abstract concept, but a powerful tool for fostering stability, promoting inclusivity, and addressing the root causes of discord. By strengthening our institutions, ensuring transparency, and upholding the rule of law, we create an environment where grievances can be addressed peacefully and where all citizens feel heard and represented. As the APRM, we need to be pioneers in entrenching good governance as a foundation for peace, security, progress, sustainable development, and prosperity. This decade should be the decade of good governance. It should not just be the talk, but a concerted effort by all stakeholders to invest heavily in the promotion of good governance on the continent. The APRM should stand firmly to support our member states in enhancing their governance structures, thereby contributing to a more peaceful and prosperous Africa. Your Excellencies, I wish to take this opportunity to sincerely thank His Excellency President Abdelmajid Tebboune, Chairperson of our APR Forum of Heads of State and Government, all heads of state and government of our participating states, Her Excellency Ambassador Selma Bakhtar Mansouri, Chairperson of our Focal Points Committee, and all focal points for all the strategic guidance and support provided. I would also like to express my appreciation to Her Excellency Ambassador Inongwe Lewanika, Chairperson of our APR panel of eminent persons, and all eminent panel members for their tenacity, diligence, professionalism, integrity, resilience, and unwavering commitment to the ideals of Pan-Africanism. I salute in particular Ambassador Nongwe and 2 other members of the panel who will retire from the panel after this forum, namely Dr. Usman Dilo and Dr. Honoré Mobonda. Furthermore, I would also like to express with gratitude the support always extended to the APRM Continental Secretariat by our national structures, the AU Commission, and the entire AU family, REX, UN institutions, and all our partners. Without your sustained support and collaborations, we could not have achieved the milestones realized so far. Your Excellencies, it will be remiss of me if I do not express my personal gratitude to His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat, Chairperson of our African Union Commission, for the firm support extended to me since my assumption of duty. Most importantly, for his steadfast and sustained efforts in fast-tracking the integration of the APRM into the AU system during his tenure. Most importantly, also for ensuring that APRM implements its mandate with full support of the AU family. His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat and my predecessor, Professor Eddie Maloka, have laid a solid foundation for the APRM. I thank them for the great work they have done for the continent and particularly the APRM. Your Excellencies, I kindly wish to take this opportunity to once again congratulate all our newly elected heads of state and government. Free, fair, and transparent elections are beginning to be the order of the day and a powerful voice through which people elect leaders of their choice. As the APRM, we need to declare our unwavering commitment to the strengthening of democracy and its institutions in our time and across our continent. Your Excellencies, we stand on the threshold of a diminishing unipolar world and the re-emergence of a multipolar world. This presents a multiplicity of challenges and a serious threat to our democratic gains. We are reminded by one of the greatest Pan-Africanists, Kwame Nkrumah, that we should neither face east or west, but we should face forward. I thank you, Excellencies, for your kind attention.
Thank you so much, our CEO, for those stimulating remarks. I have the honor to invite Her Excellency Ambassador Inonge Lwanika Mbigusita, Chairperson of the APRM Panel of Eminent Persons, to deliver her remarks in accordance with Rule 91E of the Rules of Procedure of our forum. Your Excellency, you may take the floor.
Thank you, Moderator. Your Excellency, Ambassador Tibun, President of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria, and Chair of the APRM Forum of Heads of State and Government. Your Excellency, Musa Faki Mahamat, Chairperson of the African Union. Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, Her Excellency and Chair of the Focal Points, Ambassador Masuri, Excellencies, members of the APRM Focal Point Committee, Your Excellency, Madam Marie Antoinette Rose Castro, CEO of the APRM Continental Secretariat, my dear colleagues, members of the APRM Panel of Eminent Persons, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, all protocols observed. It is with great honor and profound appreciation that I address you today on behalf of the APRM Panel of Eminent Persons at this distinguished third extraordinary summit and the 34th ordinary session of the APRM Forum. I extend warm greetings to all gathered here in the spirit of unity, shared purpose, and unwavering commitment to advancing good governance across our beloved continent. As we convene under the theme, Justice for Africans and People of African Descent through the Diaspora, we are reminded of the critical role of good governance in realizing Africa's developmental aspirations. Justice and reparations are not only about addressing past wrongs, but also about building a governance system that is transparent, accountable, and responsive to the needs of all Africans. Good governance is the foundation upon which the promises of reparations and justice can be realized. By fostering strong institutions, promoting the rule of law, and ensuring equitable treatment of all citizens, we lay the groundwork for long-term stability, peace, and development. Reparations in this context must be effectively managed to reach communities mostly affected by the historical consequences. In 2024, the APRM panel has been particularly active, leading institutional consultations in Senegal, the Seychelles, and Uganda on natural resources governance. We also conducted targeted review in Zambia, a key component of the 2025 Africa Governance Report, which seeks credible, data-driven insights for sustainable development. I commend the panel for their dedication, leadership in fostering inclusive governance, which has been instrumental in achieving these milestones. Looking ahead, the APRM panel is committed to leading additional reviews to advance governance across Africa. While challenges persist, we are resolute in our belief that the APRM offers a proven path of meaningful reforms and positive change. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the review reports presented for your consideration, including those of Zambia, Uganda, and Senegal, reflect our rigorous methodology and commitment to excellence. These assessments highlight both the challenges and progress achieved in good governance reforms, serving as dynamic blueprints for transformative changes. However, governance in Africa continues to face multifaceted challenges, including underdeveloped infrastructure, economic disparities, non-responsive public services, and complexities in natural resource management. Global issues such as economic uncertainties, climate change, and public health crisis further strain our governance systems. The APRM role in addressing these challenges is more critical now than ever. Our mechanism provides a platform for frank dialogue, constructive criticism, and mutual support among member states. It fosters the Pan-African solidarity, enabling countries to learn from each other's experiences, strengthen national capacities, and build resilience against governmental-related crises. Our journey has been marked by significant milestones, including the accession of new member states and the implementation of the national programs of action, which have catalyzed reforms in areas such as the rule of law, political participation, economic management, and social development. Nevertheless, the effectiveness of the APRM hinges on sustainable political support, adequate resources, and robust follow-up of mechanism. We must ensure that peer review recommendations are not only acknowledged, but are also implemented. This requires the active engagement of governments, civil society, the private sector, all our citizens in both urban and rural areas, and development partners. The APRM Secretariat, under the capable leadership of Ambassador Marie Antoinette Rose Katra, plays a key role in coordinating these efforts, providing technical support, and monitoring progress. We must remain steadfast in ensuring that the APRM impact is transformative and far-reaching. The APRM strategic alignment with Agenda 2063 and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals underscores its relevance in the border development landscape. By incorporating governance considerations into national and regional strategies, the APRM contributes to Africa's aspirations for inclusive growth, peace, and prosperities. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, while we reflect on governance challenges, we must also celebrate our achievements. Across the continent, we witness democratic consolidation, economic resilience, and social innovation. Countries are implementing reforms to enhance public sector efficiency, combat corruption, uphold human rights, and empower marginalized communities. As we celebrate our challenges, let us also remember to celebrate our pre-colonial achievements in governance, in taking care of the environment, in community relations, and the centrality of children. And the children of Africa are our future. As we deliberate on the reports and the APRM strategy plan, I urge us all, with utmost respect, to renew our collective determination to build institutions that respond to all these challenges. In conclusion, may I humbly call upon our leaders, policymakers, stakeholders to reaffirm our commitment to the APRM's vision. Let us draw our shared experiences and best practices to create a future where good governance becomes tangible reality for all Africans. Through APRM and the African Union, we can collectively shape the destiny of our continent, guided by the principles of unity, dignity, and progress. May I conclude by my apologies and recognize last and best the Honorable Minister from Ethiopia. And with that, I want to thank you, your leadership, the African Union. Asante sana, shukran, merci. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our chairperson of the panel of eminent persons, for those inspiring remarks. At this moment, I have the distinguished honor to invite His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat, Chairperson of the African Union Commission, to deliver his statement in line with Rule 9(1)(d) of the Rules of Procedure of our forum. Your Excellency, you may take the floor, Your Excellency.
Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Excellence Monsieur Abdelmajid Tebboune, Président de la République algérienne démocratique et populaire, Président du Forum des chefs d'État et du gouvernement du Mayep, Excellences, Messieurs les chefs d'État et du gouvernement, Mesdames, Messieurs les ministres, Madame la secrétaire exécutive du mécanisme africain d'évaluation par les pairs, Mesdames, Messieurs. En ces derniers instants de mon mandat de président de la Commission de l'Union africaine, c'est avec une certaine émotion que je m'adresse à vous. En portant un regard rétrospectif sur les chemins que nous avons ensemble parcourus depuis ma prise de fonction en 2017, il apparaît clairement que le Mayep a démontré son efficacité dans l'accomplissement du mandat qui lui a été confié, un mandat constamment ajusté à l'évolution des enjeux. À ce titre, il a accompagné les États membres à travers des évaluations de qualité dans leur détermination à s'inscrire dans une irréversible dynamique de promotion et d'ancrage des valeurs de la démocratie et de la bonne gouvernance et à faire face aux fluctuations d'appréciation de nos économies par les agences internationales de notation. Ce bilan encourageant qui a auréolé le parcours du Mayep depuis sa création il y a une vingtaine d'années doit se lire sous le prisme de la volonté de nos chefs d'État et de gouvernement de renforcer son institutionnalisé pour asseoir son opérationnalité sur des bases solides. Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs, cette institutionnalisation s'est concrétisée par l'intégration du Mayep dans la nomenclature budgétaire de l'Union africaine, lui offrant ainsi un financement stable et le protégeant des incertitudes liées aux aléas de contribution volontaire des États et des partenaires techniques. Cet ancrage budgétaire a conféré un élan salutaire aux performances du Mayep, comme l'atteste le niveau de réalisation de son plan d'action 2021-2024, structuré autour des axes portant sur la revue de la gouvernance des États et leur évaluation, la recherche et le monitoring, le développement des capacités institutionnelles et humaines, le plaidoyer et la communication. Avec l'adhésion récente de la République centrafricaine, le Mayep dispose d'un portefeuille de 44 États membres qui bénéficient de son expertise dans l'évaluation des mécanismes de gouvernance et de démocratie et l'évaluation des questions thématiques, à l'instar de celles consacrées au changement anticonstitutionnel du gouvernement en Afrique. Au nombre de réalisations, les rapports biennaux sur l'état de la gouvernance occupent une place centrale. Plus particulièrement, le rapport sur la gouvernance en Afrique au titre de l'année 2025, qui fera l'objet d'un examen au cours de cette session de la conférence. Celui-ci revêt une pertinence particulière avec une attention sur la gouvernance des ressources naturelles pour l'Afrique. Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs, bien que le tableau du Mayep soit reluisant, il n'est pas dépourvu de zones d'ombre. À ce titre, le premier point à mentionner est la mise en œuvre par les États membres des recommandations découlant des évaluations. Si en aval, ces recommandations ne sont pas traduites en actions concrètes sur le terrain, la crédibilité et la visibilité du Mayep seront compromises par la persistance de l'impression d'un statu quo. J'appelle vivement les États membres qui ont volontairement accepté d'être évalués de donner suite aux recommandations du Mayep. D'abord pour l'intérêt des populations locales et ensuite pour faire progresser le projet de l'agenda africain, l'agenda 2063. Le second point porte sur l'adhésion universelle des États membres de l'Union africaine au Mayep. Comme indiqué plus haut, seuls 44 États sont membres du Mayep. Je me réjouirai de voir tous les 55 États adhérer au Mayep dans la perspective de transformer notre continent en un espace où la bonne gouvernance opère comme un véritable levier d'un développement inclusif et durable. En dernière analyse, je vais évoquer l'étendue du mandat du MAEP, qui l'oblige à développer de nombreux programmes. Leur densité est pourtant asymétrique aux ressources endogènes mises à disposition par l'Union africaine. La mise en œuvre de ces programmes n'est couverte qu'à hauteur de 20% par les fonds propres. Le solde, soit 80%, étant financé par les partenaires extérieurs. Cette dépendance vis-à-vis des autres amoindrit notre autonomie d'action. Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs les chefs d'État, Mesdames et Messieurs les chefs de délégation, permettez-moi une petite digression, Monsieur le Président. Le MAEP, créé il y a une vingtaine d'années, doit être un instrument de souveraineté. C'est une évaluation par les pairs, tel qu'on l'appelle, pas par les autres. Plus que jamais, nous avons besoin de revenir aux fondamentaux, aux mobiles pour lesquels cet instrument a été imaginé et mis en place. Nous constatons que les modèles importés ont montré leurs limites, pour ne pas dire plus. Le multilatéralisme, les règles internationales, le droit international, les droits humanitaires sont violés aujourd'hui de manière flagrante. Je m'excuse d'être arrivé en retard, Monsieur le Président, parce que j'étais avec le secrétaire général des Nations Unies. Et justement, c'est un homme qui partage totalement cette analyse. Il y a un risque majeur sur l'ordre international, sur le plan politique, sur le plan institutionnel, sur le plan économique. Et pour nous, l'Afrique, nous qui avons un retard à combler, nous qui avons une injustice à réparer, nous qui avons une image à restaurer, nous devons de nous assumer. Nous devons de nous assumer. Et je crois un instrument comme le MAEP, conçu dès le départ, je parle devant le président Tebboune, parce que l'Algérie fut parmi les 4 pays fondateurs de ces mécanismes. Il faut nécessairement que l'on revienne aux fondamentaux et qu'on se donne les moyens nous-mêmes de nous évaluer et de tracer le chemin qui correspond à nos attentes, aux attentes de nos populations. C'est sur cette note que je voudrais remercier les chefs d'État et de gouvernement, sous l'autorité du président Abdelmajid Tebboune et le secrétariat continental du MAEP, sous la direction de l'ambassadrice Marie-Antoinette Rose, pour le travail et leur dévouement au service du continent. En souhaitant de fructueux échanges à cette session, je vous remercie de votre attention.
Thank you so much, our Chairperson of the African Union Commission, for those warm and resolute words. At this juncture, I have the honor and distinguished privilege to humbly invite Her Excellency Dr. Fetsum Adela, Minister of Development Planning of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia and focal point of the APRM, to deliver the welcome statement on behalf of His Excellency President Selassie of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. His Excellency the President was with us this morning. He had to leave and he has instructed Her Excellency the Honorable Minister to deliver his statement. Your Excellency, you may take the floor to deliver the welcome statement.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Your Excellency, Abdelmajid Tebboune, President of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria and Chairperson of our African Peer Review Forum of Heads of State and Government, Your Excellencies, Heads of States and Government of the APRM participating states, Your Excellency, Moussa Faki Mohamed, Chairperson of the African Union Commission, Honorable Ministers and APRM focal points, Your Excellency, Ambassador Ngone Loanika, Chairperson of our APRM panel of eminent persons, Your Excellencies, members of the APRM panel of eminent person, Your Excellency, Ambassador Marie Antoinette Rose Quatre, Chief Executive Officer of the APRM Continental Secretariat. I would like to welcome you to this beautiful city of Addis Ababa. On behalf of my President, His Excellency Taye Asgaselassie. At the outset, Ethiopia extends its appreciation to His Excellency Abdulmajid Tebboune, President of Algeria and Chairperson of the African Peer Review Forum, for his leadership. We also congratulate Zambia for successfully conducting its second-generation country review and commend Uganda, Togo, and Senegal for their targeted reviews. Excellencies, since its inception in 2003, the APRM has been a vital tool for improving governance across Africa, with 44 countries voluntarily participating and 26 undergoing peer reviews. It continues to be an essential mechanism for fostering peace, prosperity, and integration on the continent. Ethiopia recognizes the expanding mandate of the APRM, which now plays a crucial role in enhancing governance, strengthening democracy, monitoring Agenda 2063 and the SDGs, and serving as an early warning system for potential conflicts. We commend the APRM's effort to harmonize with AU organs, including through its annual retreat with the Peace and Security Council, acknowledging the link between governance and peace. Ethiopia also praises the APRM for its seamless leadership transition and for preparing the new strategic plan, which runs from 2025 to 2028, which aligns with Africa's continental goals. The preparation of the 2025 Africa Governance Report on natural resource governance is welcomed, and we are confident its recommendation will be key in unlocking Africa's potential. Ethiopia supports the inclusion of e-governance as a new thematic area for performance evaluation. On the African Credit Rating Agency, Ethiopia strongly supports this initiative as a step toward providing objective assessment of Africa's economies. In conclusion, Ethiopia reaffirms its unwavering support for the APRM. We have appointed a new focal person and are honored to serve on the steering committee. As a founding member, Ethiopia is committed to advancing the APRM's full potential. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, our focal point, for those affirmations and unwavering commitment of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia to the APRM. It is now my singular honor and rare privilege to humbly request His Excellency Abdulmajid Tebboune, President of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria and Chairperson of the African Peer Review Forum of Heads of State and Government, to consider to deliver his remarks where he is seated, his opening statement to this auspicious APRM summit pursuant to Rule 9(1)(c) of the Rules of Procedure of our forum. Your Excellency, the Chairperson of our Forum of Heads of State and Government, you may take the floor, Your Excellency, to open this historic and auspicious APRM summit. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Shukran. Avec la permission de mon frère Faqih, Moussa, je vais user du privilège du chef pour parler de ma place. Et pas au pupitre. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين أصحاب الفخامة والمعالي رؤساء الدول وحكومات الدول الأعضاء في الآلية الإفريقية، معالي رئيس مفوضية الاتحاد الإفريقي، السيدة الرئيسة التنفيذية للأمانة القارية للآلية السفيرة ماري أنطوانيت روز كاتر، سيدات والسادة، يسرني ويشرفني